So, must come to the stage, and it's been a massive build-up. You've been working hard because, Liam, you've been away at university in Oxford.
Yes.
And that's been interesting on its own, I'm going to guess.
Slightly, yeah.
But all going to plan so far.
Yeah, I actually can't believe it a little bit. It's going really well. I'm a little bit worried as what's gonna happen, but no, it's everything's going brilliantly well.
So fingers crossed for that one. And what's it like though, sort of learning apart long distance?
It's definitely been a new experience. It's definitely been a challenge as well. Luckily, I knew the show quite well beforehand because I've loved it for years. I think it's a brilliant show. So I knew all the music. I knew most of the dialogue, to be honest. It was just sort of fitting in with the rest of the cast, and everyone else in the cast has been so patient working with me and making my life so easy. So thanks, guys.
But you've had some fun and games because Katie, obviously, you're leading man.
Yeah.
And you've been rehearsing with somebody else a lot of the time.
Kimmy, she's been a great leader man. She's been fantastic.
Some say better than me.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say anything.
But it's been a big build-up, and when it comes down to it, it's all about what happens on opening night. And the fantastic music in this show just means it's going to be one of the best weeks of your lives, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
We had band call yesterday, and it was probably one of the most phenomenal band calls that we've ever had, that I've ever experienced in a long time. I've been training the boys a lot of years, and it was just magical. Yeah, I wish you could have been there to hear it. Or when you come tomorrow night to see it, you will be dancing in the aisles or on your seats anywhere.
Mm-hmm. And Joe, I mean, you're not unused to having a leading role at the Grand. You've done so in one of the other fantastic Amdram groups in the past here in the city. And what do you bring to this? Are you rather excited about all of this?
I'm extremely excited. Having the role of Mayor Matilda Hyde, who is a feisty woman, to say the least, has been really, really exciting. I've loved trying to build my character with everybody else as well. Everybody's been really, really great fun. So.
And what's with your past? Because you've got a bit of history in the world of theatre, haven't you? Can you share some of that with us?
Oh wow! Well, I've been with South Staffs for a number of years. So Singing in the Rain, we did 9 to 5 last year. 42nd Street. We've done so much over the years, and it's so lovely to be back here. This is a fantastic theatre. It's great for Wolverhampton. And it's a little gem in our city, and I love being here.
And I mean, the best bit is, it's like we've given you some of your back catalogue there, but I mean, you've done so much stuff as well.
I have.
And that's the part of the joy of the amateur dramatics in the area. There's so many great people, and you all cross over between groups, and there's not really competition. It's just about putting a great show on, wherever you are.
Absolutely. I mean, both myself and Joe, we've been long-time friends now for many, many years, and I've been involved in many, many societies over those years, and we've both played leading ladies, and we've been in the chorus, we've worked backstage, and there is that crossover with people going to the side, but there genuinely is no competition, because there's that much talent around the West Midlands that everybody can be accommodated. Mm-hmm. It really can.
And when it comes down to it then, the story, let's give a bit of a hint of where this story all begins. So, Liam or Katie, who wants to take that to begin with? Because there's a massive tale around you too, isn't there, in this?
There is. So it's all set in 1955 in this small, you never heard of it town in America. And it's loosely based on the 12th Night, so it's got a bit of Shakespeare in there. So if you know that, it's all a bit crazy, everyone's kind of fall in love with each other, and Liam's character kind of comes into town. I fall head over heels in love with him.
Because I'm a dream.
Because he's a dream. He's a dream. But in the space of a day, I become a man for a little while.
Not like that.
Not like that. I mean, I just dress up as a man.
Yeah.
You fall in love with somebody else, and my best friend kind of falls in love with me. You fall in love with my dad. Yeah. You fall in love with the sheriff, and everyone's just kind of in this kind of little love trap, but it's lovely, and it all works out in the end.
But all of that around the music of Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley, it's amazing.
So we've actually seen a couple of Facebook Lives, and one of the pieces that we edited together with you guys all singing from the show, and that was I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, and that is a big number in the show, isn't it? So is that the end of Act 1?
It is, yeah.
And what's the musical story like then? Tell us a bit about the first song we're going to hear.
The first song is Jailhouse Rock, which is me. And I mean, just the music throughout the show, it's I mean, the music of Elvis is great anyway, but the way they've arranged it, you obviously still recognise all the songs, but they don't feel tired, they feel sort of modern, revamped, and they're also different from what you'd expect, and it's just the music throughout the show is so consistently great, and so consistently upbeat and just full of energy that it's really impossible not to fall in love with the show, and that's certainly how I felt when I first watched it. I first watched Katie a few years ago, and it was just everything about it was just so upbeat, so energetic, and just so fun. It's a fun show to do, and hopefully to watch.
And obviously, Liam, in the show, we can see. Can we zoom in on the state of his trousers? Because we need to point out that this is not typical of the show itself, is it? The outfits are that's supposed to be fashion, I think.
Yeah.
But so yeah, what's going on with the actual outfits? Because it's
See you zooming on.
yeah, there you go. There's a slight delay, but we can see his trousers. So what's the look of the show when it comes down to what you're wearing?
I mean, it's great for me. I have no costume changes. I wear black jeans and either a black or white t-shirt. It's so good. I just feel like Danny Zuko. But the rest of the costumes are brilliant. I mean, all you guys are wearing such colourful things. Your costume cracks me up. I love it. Katie gets to be a man. It's great. The costumes are so... They match the music. They're so bright, so colourful, so full of life that it's just everything
And it
in the show.
matches the period of 1950s. It has that feel to it.
Oh, the shoes.
And obviously the shoes, and of course we do have a Harley Davidson bike in the show as well.
See, this is probably one of the largest members of the cast with its own biggest fan
And it's the most expensive as well.
and probably slightly more ego than even Liam.
I mean, there's competition.
But I mean, that in itself is good. So, do you get to ride it on stage?
I can't wait. I'm going to practice in a bit, and I can't wait.
So, because tonight you're actually having the full dress rehearsal.
We are,
And you've run the show. I mean, I was lucky enough to come and see you back in January, I think it was, and it was sounding and looking fantastic there. And you were just ironing out some of the rough edges and making sure everyone's in the right place. And you had technical yesterday, so they're all set up and ready to go for you. And curtain up for you at 7:30 tonight in rehearsal for the 7:30 start tomorrow. And what sort of nerves do you have? Because it's different, I suppose, for the amateur dramatics groups in some ways, because you're not in the middle of a long run. You know that this is a week and then it's back to normality for a few weeks. But it is something special, isn't it, knowing you appear on stage?
It is, and I mean, and being from old school, training, it was always a case of the day I stopped being nervous before I went on stage is the day I'm going to hang up my shoes and call it a day. Nerves are great, and we put on such a professional show. We want it to be we want people to come and enjoy it and go away and want to come back and buy another ticket for the following performance. That's what we want, and I have a very strong feeling people will be doing that with this particular show. As soon as they see everything and hear the music, they will be back for more.
When I first watched Katie, I went 4 times. I bought one ticket and then just kept on going back.
You can't help yourself. But Katie, I mean, this is something that's in your family as well, because your brother's off touring a lot of the time, and how come you haven't followed in his footsteps yet?
I'm working on it.
Well, I mean, Richard's done some great stuff, and he's been at the Grand several times, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. He was in Priscilla last year, and Cats here, and he's in the West End at the moment in Matilda. So.
And what's it like for you? Do you go and see him? Do you make him come and see you as well?
He tries when he can. A lot of the time, getting time off work is really difficult. But yeah, he's very supportive.
And then that's again, it makes the family even more proud to be able to come and see both of you. And I mean, obviously, Liam, we know that you're studying something boring at university, aren't you?
English language and literature, and it's thrilling.
Yeah. Katie, what's your day job, as it were?
I'm studying primary education.
See, that's a bit more exciting, isn't it? You never know what's going to hit you with that one.
I'm in a nursery all day today.
And Joe, what's your day trade?
I'm an executive assistant for a care company in Wolverhampton.
And Colette?
I'm actually a manager, believe it or not, for a new and exciting rental company that's just been launched in Wolverhampton.
And do you find that you've all got colleagues, friends, fellow students, people also doing English literature, who want to dash along and see the shows too? Have you got people coming from all over the country?
Yeah, I mean, I've got people coming from all the way up north coming down on Saturday to see it. I've got people who have never been to the theatre before that are now coming because they want to experience it. It's people far and wide, young and old, you name it, they're coming along for it.
But this is a sort of show which will accommodate that sort of
Yes,
audience, isn't it?
absolutely.
Because these are songs that people will know,
Yeah.
songs that families have listened to over the
They're
years.
songs that will make you laugh, they will certainly make you cry, and they will make you
Dance.
And if we see people in the aisles dancing, then we've done our job.
Yeah, absolutely. And right, each of you hopefully have got a favourite Elvis song, because I'm going to ask for those now. So we'll start with Katie, because she giggled loudest.
I mean, they're all fantastic. My favourite to sing, which I've mentioned before when speaking to you, is Fools Fall in Love With, which is one of mine at the end, which is my kind of moment. But I love the opening. Jailhouse Rock is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's such a good opening to the show.
Okay, Colette?
Obviously, the one for me is There's Always Me, which is one of Elvis's very, very early songs that he ever recorded, which I think is beautifully written, and you will need your tissues, folks, it makes you cry.
Okay, Joe.
Well, I have to say that my number, Devil in Disguise, absolutely. Why not? I love all of Elvis's music. He's a real rock and roll hero for me. So.
And Liam in the jeans his mothers are ashamed of, apparently. Yeah, just checking, Mom is ashamed of the jeans. Catherine Sargent, thank you.
Go do something, but you need to be busy, get off Facebook. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I love the end of Act 1, I Can't Help Falling in Love. It's only recently that the lyrics really clicked in my head, take my hand, take my whole life too. It's beautiful, it's so nice. And it's just such a beautiful song, I love it so much, and I sing it with joy every night.
Well, obviously, it's a big show and a massive story, and where do we think this is going to go? Do we know whether is there a sequel to this one, or is this it for the All Shook Up family? Is it?
I think this is the only one for the All Shook family at the moment. You don't know what's going to happen. Watch this.
Yeah. So by the end of the story, you think there could be a sequel at some point.
If Elvis brings out some new material, who knows?
Yeah. If you find him.
There's no room for him in the charts with Ed Sheeran at this stage, but there we go. So we've got the music, we've got the story. We've got the rest of the cast, so tell us a bit about some of your colleagues. So we're going to select someone from each of you to tell us about somebody else who is in the show. And Liam got to go last time, so who do you enjoy performing opposite, other than Katie?
I will go, because we all know that he'll kick off if he's not mentioned first. I'll go for Zachary Hollingshead playing Dennis, because we know you're watching. He's absolutely hilarious. I have the hardest time not laughing when he's on stage, because he is so funny. Sometimes he doesn't even intend to be, you just laugh at him, but he's brilliant. He's such a good part. So he plays Katie's best friend, and I take him on board as a sidekick. But he's absolutely hilarious, and he's so pathetic in the show, it's brilliant. I love him to pieces, and he's brilliant to perform with.
Okay, we'll go to Joe next.
Oh, I was just trying to think then. For me personally, being with all the principals and working with everybody, I think actually being with all the dancers, for me, watching the energy from all of those young girls and lads is amazing for me. Now I'm kind of over that hill of not being able to dance. Well, I've never been able to dance. But to see the energy and the enthusiasm, and they're the next generation who will probably be sitting here in a few years' time, and for many more years to come, and I'll probably have my pensioners
Like our friends
in
at the
the
Grand.
audience.
Like our friends at the Grand.
So for me, being with all the younger company, I've really, really enjoyed that.
Does this mean you get to be mom of the company in some way?
No,
Colette.
That's definitely Colette.
I'll leave that to Colette.
Okay, apart from which of the kids out there is your favourite then?
Oh no, they're all my favourite. They're all my children. That's a different show. But for me, I agree with Joe. The dance of that. But for me, I've loved working with Jess Alford, who plays my daughter Lorraine in the show. She is such a special young lady, so talented, and she has got a fantastic future in musical theatre. And the only thing I've ever said to her is, when your name's in neon, I want the ticket on the front row because I'll be there. That's it.
Absolutely. And Katie?
Oh, I'll mention Mike Astley. He's playing Dean.
Now, hang on, just to stop you there, for those of you who've seen The Trail, he's the one in the cycling shorts who you are slightly scared by in The Trail.
Oh, he's lovely. He's just a little ray of sunshine in the rehearsal room, and this is his first show with Muscom, his first time on the Grand, and he's just taken to it like a duck to water, and he's, again, so talented, and just such a lovely member of the company, and he's fantastic. He's, again, hilarious, beautiful voice.
But
He's got it all.
yeah, and it is a great company. Muscom in the past have come down and performed at Molyneux where we've had stuff going on, and you know, it is, as with all the amateur groups in the area, it's a very professional view. It's just the only difference is you guys don't get paid for performing, which again helps keep the ticket costs down, but it also helps mitigate the fact it is so expensive doing this as a one-off show because they are professional sets out there, aren't they? You've got an orchestra who are sounding fantastic, and that all adds to the experience of coming to the theatre. And it could be for people who's friends, this is their only experience of theatre in the year initially. And do you think you're all going to spur them on to come again?
Oh, absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt.
It's going to happen. Now, we've been asked, Karen says, how do you become part of Muscom? Obviously, already liking the sound of all this. So, I mean, Liam, how did you end up getting involved in the first place?
I actually I came in for a summer show, which I'm not sure if they happen anymore, but basically just get in contact with, is it Kate Jordan is the best person to get in contact with? Just drop an email, a Facebook message, anything to say you're interested, and they'll really help you lead you on your way to become part of the company. It's so easy, and it's just such a nice company to be with. It's literally family. We've got Mama now, so it's family.
And sometimes it's by invite as well, if people have seen in another group.
I was invited. I just finished Sunset Boulevard, and I was invited to come along to do Fame with them last year, and I haven't left since.
Well, you got to be a teacher in that, I think.
I got to be a teacher in that one, and now I get to be looking after the honky tonk now. and all my children.
Yeah, look after the gang.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, favourite moments of being on stage? I think that's a fair one to ask at this point. It's obviously all the moments in here, you haven't done it on stage yet, so we can't talk about that one. We know the songs you're going to enjoy, but has there been a magical moment for you when you've been appearing, treading the boards?
In plenty of shows, yes. Lots of other shows, and for me personally, is performing and having standing ovations every night, and which is unexpected and overwhelming, but loved every minute of it.
And Jo, I know you've had some very moving moments in your work in the past. We already mentioned.
I have. I love singing. I've been singing since I was 6 years old, and I just love to perform. I do it for me. I do it because I love it. I love being able to sing and to be part of a company that puts you onto such a fantastic stage as the Grand Theatre. It's overwhelming sometimes. I get very emotional. So.
And on to the kids at the front, because really you two guys have known nothing but performing on stage at the Grand, so I think you've both been really spoiled.
We've definitely been very lucky. I think my favourite thing is looking around and seeing that you're performing on an incredible stage with some of your best friends, and looking out into the audience, and also just making people happy, because people you can see faces in the audience hopefully smiling and laughing and clapping, and it's just such a good feeling that's because of you and the people that are around you, and I think it's so special.
Yeah, you can't explain that feeling to anyone that's not been on the stage. When you walk out there and you get that standing ovation and people are clapping for you, for your company and something that you've worked so hard for, it's just that you're elated and you just feel so happy, and you just can't explain it, but it's the best feeling in the world.
And great when it's not your everyday as well. That's what I think makes it. But it does mean you have to keep coming back for more. But even the technical crew behind the scenes, I mean, they're all part of the Muscom family, and people don't get hired in en masse, do they? It is, you have your own lighting guys, you work with the sound people, obviously working alongside the theatre as well. But I mean, what's it like working alongside them? Because it must be quite stressful for them when everything around them.
It is, but we're also very used to it, because from the word go, we've rehearsed either with a chair or with a table or with
a bench,
a vault.
Yeah.
Believe it, a pommel horse.
So you've had fake scenery.
So we've had fake scenery, but we've been so used to it. When we've come here, it's just become like second nature. Apart from the fact the set's just much bigger now.
Huge.
Massive.
Huge.
Slightly overwhelming. The size of the set.
And much more room to dance in as well.
Yeah.
And obviously, when it comes to Andram, very often you struggle to get the fellas to join in.
Yeah.
And obviously, you're addicted to this, so obviously you must be to be travelling back from Oxford for this. But how many guys are there in there? And was it easy? Obviously, you're having to play a fella at some point, but that's part of the story.
Helping out.
Yeah.
We're limited numbers, so I'm joining them for a little bit.
I think we've got about half a dozen young guys. Obviously, we've had more, but obviously, as the show's finished, they've all gone off to musical theatre school now, and they're all doing very successfully themselves. So, that plethora of youngsters that we've got, obviously, we are aware that they will be moving on obviously for their own careers and that. But I think we've got about half a dozen young guys in the company at this moment in time.
Yeah, and say notable names who are missing. That we can think of several if we were to put our heads together, and they are probably either watching now or will be coming along to the show if they're around, which is cool too. But it is great to see people go on and do stuff. I'm slightly disappointed you did English literature, Liam, because I think you maybe should have done something a bit more theatrical. But is there money to be had in English literature?
Well, I'm not saying I'll stick to English literature. We'll see what happens. In the future.
You better get. His mom is there. But obviously, a great time to be had on stage at the Grand Theatre. Tickets have already been selling well, haven't they?
Yes, very well.
Yeah.
So if you want to get your hands on tickets, do so quickly. grandtheatre.co.uk is the website, and you can find your tickets there, or 01902 429212, the box office number. Go online, get your tickets, look at the availability, you'll know they're already scarce, so do come along, do see the show, and enjoy Muscom on stage with All Shook Up at Wolverhampton Grand right the way through until Saturday. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you want to find out more about what's going on at the Grand Theatre, as ever, grandtheatre.co.uk, and we'll have interviews on the Milkbar Podcast, themilkbarpodcast.com. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.